a big axe, if you don't count smacking somebody on the head with a rock. It's the oldest tool man has.
The log splitter. Proof that technology can make a man redundant no matter how big his tool.
Here's what we're going to do. Jen is going to split her pile of logs with that contraption, and then I'm going to split my pile old school. Both of us against the clock. Are you ready?
I am ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, we're going to come back to Jen in a moment. First of all, let me explain why we're doing what we're doing. So we have got loads of trees, just like this one that came down in the recent storms. We've also got piles of wood that's just left lying around on the floor by previous owners of the property. All of it needs processing into logs. And in a recent video, we've shown how we upgraded our log storage to hold it all. But it all needs splitting down. We've got 2 log burners in the house, and one of them isn't very big, so large logs won't fit. And even if they did, small logs are required to get the fire started. So I bought an axe to do just that and demonstrated to Jen how proficient I was with it. And she then immediately went and bought the log splitter. How are you getting on?
Easy work.
I might actually be in trouble here.
He is in trouble. This is a Forestmaster FM16D. It cost me almost £500 but generates 8 tons of splitting force and can deal with logs up to almost half a metre in length. It also has a dual speed system where half a press on the lever sends the ram at full speed into smaller logs and a full press slows it down, but it allows it to mash through way bigger chunks of wood. The only downside is that it's electric, so you need to be within reach of a power socket, but that's perfect for us because we have power sockets located almost everywhere we want them. And we have enough petrol power tools already. This is just one less engine to go wrong.
Okay, now admittedly Jen does appear to be flying through her logs at quite a rate. However, some of her logs are bigger than others, and I think she's going to struggle with those in a way that I simply won't. At the moment, she's just picking the small, easy ones. We're going to try a tougher challenge. Go for one of the bigger ones next. Okay. One of these meaty ones. That's not a big one.
This one?
Yeah, that one, yeah. Can you even pick that up? Wow! Okay, admittedly, that's actually quite cool. At this point, it's worth highlighting that the length of time this is taking Jen to do is almost a poor reflection of how good this machine is. The trouble is, she's being held back by health and safety, because in order to operate these, you need to first push one button to turn the power on, and then hold down the action lever to move the ram. In other words, both hands have to be used before anything can be split, which is an obvious safety feature designed to prevent you getting a spare hand anywhere near the danger zone. Which means splitting wood with this is incredibly easy, but not fast, unless you are Doc Ock or have a second person with a complete disregard for zones that are dangerous. Okay, annoyingly that wasn't a challenge, although it didn't look quite as cool as it will do when I start axing mine up. Do you want me to help you and put it in for you?
No, because you'll use that against me when I win.
Oh, I missed. With somebody loading the wood on and the other person controlling the power, you could fly through logs on this thing at least twice as fast as one person. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if 2 people could have split this entire stack of wood by now working together. Or they'd be in an ambulance, so regard it as an observation I'm making, not a recommendation. They are huge.
Okay, last 2 big ones to go.
Okay, I think you had a little crack in there already. I think this piece here is going to be harder. I could literally feel the ground shaking when that split. That's insane. Okay, this is it, Jen's final log, and it's massive. Okay, done. 42 minutes and pretty much complete. The barrow is literally overflowing. If you're wondering whether stacking wood into a wheelbarrow to such an extreme height is actually a quite efficient way of then transporting fuel from one part of the property to another, no, it's completely ridiculous. It looks quite entertaining on Instagram, but it makes no practical sense whatsoever. Okay, so Jen took just over 40 minutes. That's my chopping block. I've got to be honest, when I cut these piles up yesterday for this challenge, I thought I'd created about 10 minutes work for each of us. So I don't know if Jen taking 40 means I'm going to absolutely destroy her, or I'm going to be here till it's dark. It's one of those. Okay.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, axe.
I know what some of you are thinking, Mark, you're flying through it. Of course you are. You're an athlete. Surprised you're not done yet. How would a non-athlete fare? Which is a good question. I'm going to let Jen have a go on this stump. Aside from the comedy of watching Jen try to even hit a log, let alone split one, there is a serious point here. I'm 6'6", 240 pounds with a Fiskars X27 axe and delusions of being naturally gifted in all manner of lumberjacking skills, so I am able to go through them at a faster rate than somebody else might. The beauty of the splitting machine is that it does all the work. I could not have got through Jen's pile any faster using it than she did. So it makes the job straightforward whether you are male, female, big or small, skilled or delusional. I left some of the big ones till last, thinking by the time I got to them, my technique would have been perfected. What's happened is that any improvement in technique has been negated by fatigue.
Brought you a Diet Coke. Well, I had time to make myself a coffee.
Can I pause my watch?
Yeah, you can pause for a Diet Coke.
Okay, I'm pausing the clock for a Diet Coke break. Okay.
Lincoln!
What? What?
That's what Lincoln thinks of your work.
How much Steve Miller Band can we play and not get a copyright strike?
Is that the dung 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 dung?
What are you doing?
Isn't that a Diet Coke song? Dung 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 dung.
I was doing Steve Miller Band, the Joker.
Woo! Some people call me the Space Cowboy. What has that got to do with Diet Coke?
I may have confused Diet Coke with Levi's. Okay, stuff like this,
It's a naughty one.
I give it to a log splitter on stuff like that. I can't do that.
Okay, well then that has to allocate at least 2 minutes to your time.
I'm going to take a 2-minute penalty. So I've got 3 minutes to beat you by chopping this one. Done. 39 minutes plus 2-minute penalty, 41. You were 42. I win.
How do you possibly think you've won when you've still got another log to go?
Where?
The one that you've been chopping on is clearly part of your pile. What are you doing?
the? Okay, I'm going for the other side. I'm attacking it from behind.
Well, at least you got a little bit in. Hooray!
$41.5 plus 2-minute penalty. What's that? 43.5. You beat me. Only just.
Obviously I won.
It does seem that a log splitter certainly a decent one, like the one Jen bought, is capable of turning anybody, literally anybody, into a log splitter of equal caliber to somebody like myself, a natural athlete, somebody in many ways born to do this type of work. And I don't think there's any higher praise you could give a log splitter than that.
What a load of rubbish.
Give it back. Give it. Come here. That piece doesn't count.